Um, a user on YouTube made a comment to me in terms of why I don't talk about other issues like Troy Davis and issues like that. Um, and the reason why I don't talk about those issues is, well, first of all, I'm still new to this whole YouTube thing, and I haven't really branched out as much as I would like to yet. Um, and secondly, though, we already know that these things are problems. I don't like to waste time talking about problems when we've already established that they're problems. Um, Before the civil rights era, black people were getting killed everywhere, right? We know the stories. And the people who were doing the killing weren't getting arrested. They were being applauded. I mean, they were public spectacles to, to see a hanging or, burning a black person. People came out like it was Disneyland. So what did black people do? They mobilized, and hence you had the whole civil rights movement, which was more than, a protest. Shit happens to us today, and we act like we're so mad and we're upset, and then we move on with our lives. And so my response to that whole phenomenon was to stop talking about it and be about something. I became a teacher because I was sick and tired of seeing black kids, Hispanic kids, and just, people from, low income areas, or just, places where people don't expect you to do much, right? I just got sick and tired of seeing wasted potential. I got sick and tired of seeing black kids who had who had talent, but because their parents didn't value education, and of course their friends and communities didn't value it, didn't do well in life and dropped off the bus. So I got tired of that. I wanted to at least, be one person on their side, and I'm not trying to act like I'm a hero or anything like that, but I just want to be a voice of reason, just someone else who could say, hey, guess what? I went through the same thing that they went through. Most teachers, especially where I teach, are white ladies who grew up middle class, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shit, I grew up the same way, except as a black male, but they can't see the world through their eyes, nor do they care. All they do is see these kids failing, and oh, that's just how they are. I mean, you should hear the way they talk about these kids in the staff lounge. So I got sick and tired of that. I just wanted to be a part of actually solving a problem and a dilemma. And from my own personal standpoint, I feel like one of our biggest problems next to family and relationships is education. So that's why I chose education. But what I don't see is people in different fields trying to make a difference. It's all good that, black people are becoming doctors, lawyers, and all that stuff, but they're not looking back. And not in terms of, oh, well, you should go be a doctor in the hood, but in terms of just doing, I don't know, something to help out those who want to do well. And that's the thing about it. We see, especially black people, we see people not being proactive, and we think that they're doing it by choice. And yeah, you do see it, but I can honestly say that there's people who want to do better. I've talked to parents who are knee-deep in the hood, and can't really get out, but they want their kids to do better. Right? And there's people like that we forget about. That's why I do what I do. I don't want no public awards or anything. It's just, that's just what I want to do. That's how I fix the problem. I don't like sitting down and talking about shit that I already know. A white guy kills a black guy and we're fucking shocked, like there hasn't been a history of white men killing, other people throughout time. But yet we turn on the news and black people are killing black people, and no one has a problem with it. That's just glorified. Motherfuckers come on a rap video talking about, yeah, I smoked this fool, I killed this fool. We don't have nothing to say. And that shit happens in the streets. We have nothing to say. But let a white person do it and we're all up in arms, we're upset. It's fucking foolish and it's stupid. Yes, the Troy Davis case, you know what I mean? It makes me upset. A lot of shit, you know what I mean, makes me upset. But at the end of the day, what can you do about it? I had a professor tell me, you want to fix the black community, find the one thing that you hate about it the most and try to fix it. So all these people talk about, oh, you don't talk about the issues. Well, do something about it. If you don't like the law system, study the law, become a lawyer, do something about it. Alright? But, you know, reading an article online or, you know, shaking your head in disgust is not going to do anything. Shit. You don't like something, make sure your kids don't become that. Make sure that they value their education. Do something proactive. So anyways, that's why you don't see me talk about a lot of those issues. Because we already know that they're issues. I talk more about the whole relationship shit because we have people who don't feel it's an issue. We have people who do feel it's an issue. And the fact of the matter is, because, you know, we don't really see eye to eye, you know, black families are family. We talk about, oh, single mothers and all that shit. I'm more concerned about the fucking children, because that's who I fucking deal with. It's tough seeing the majority of the black students, especially the male students at the school that you work at, falling off the bus. I was talking to one of the security guards, and you can point them out. You can point out the motherfuckers whose daddy is not there. You can point them out. It's not even hard. You talk to another brother, older man. It's almost laughable because we know, and we know the ones whose dad's there, who's gonna sock their son in the face if he gets a bad report card, or, you know, comes home and finds out that his son's been wilding out. So that's an issue for me. So that's why we talk about this shit. I'm not on this shit to bash. By no means am I on here to bash. It doesn't make any sense. I'll be working against what I'm trying to do if I came out here bashing black women or black people. But it's an issue. I mean, it's a problem that we don't understand. How can you fix a problem when people don't want to act like there's a problem? Or people don't want to see how they contribute to the problem? So that's why I'm talking about this shit. That's why I talk about this shit the majority of the time. So if you feel like I'm not being proactive, go ahead and call me out. I don't have a problem with it. I'll defend what I have to say. And other people see where I'm coming from. Pure and simple.